President Donald Trump has completed 1 month in office after he was sworn in as the 47th president on the 20th of January, and what a month it has been. From meeting foreign leaders to attending sporting events, Trump has begun his second term with quite a pomp and show. For now, Trump's approval ratings have been mixed, with some positive and some negative. Yet, most Americans are saying that Trump is doing exactly what he promised during the election season. So let's take a look at Trump's biggest decisions in his first month. In the 4 weeks of the second Trump presidency, America has seen a frenzy of deportations and arrests of illegal immigrants. From the 20th of January till now, the Trump administration has arrested over 8,700 illegal immigrants. Over 5,600 of them have been deported. The most number of deportations have been to Mexico, Venezuela, India, Colombia, Guatemala, and Ecuador. And the White House says it plans to deport almost 1 million illegal migrants this year, which would be over 2,700 migrants being deported every day. The deportations are likely to cost the United States over $170 billion. And American taxpayers will be footing the bill. Which brings us to the next topic, the economy. Since day one, Trump has been on a tariff rampage. He first put tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. Then he decided to have some mercy on his neighbors. And he gave Mexico and Canada 1 month to crack down on illegal border crossings and infiltration of fentanyl into the United States. However, Trump has been clear that the tariffs would be brought back if the two countries falter. Trump is also going to impose new tariffs on importing automobiles, steel, and pharmaceutical drugs.
Tariffs on cars and semiconductors and chips and pharmaceuticals, drugs and pharmaceuticals, and lumber probably, and some other things over the next month or sooner. And it's going to have a big impact on America. We're bringing our businesses back. If they don't make their product in America, then they have to pay a tariff. But if they do make their product in America, they don't have to pay any tariff.
Though Trump has been on a tariff spree, he has also been on an aid-slashing run. And that is because of his closest ally, Elon Musk, who also heads the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Trump has tasked Musk to find overspending in the U.S. government, and Musk believes that he can save the American government almost $2 trillion. Cue DOGE. The non-elected, non-federal body has been busy digging up overspending in the government agencies, from finding inaccuracies in Social Security to how the United States for International Development, or USAID, wasted billions of taxpayer money. Earlier this month, Musk reported all the programs that the USAID funded and called them all ridiculous. Now, some of the most bizarre programs funded by the organization were sex changes in Guatemala, trans and LGBTQ+ activism in Latin America, promoting LGBTQ+ advocacy in Eastern Europe, funding voter turnout in India, promoting atheism in Nepal, and pushing gender-neutral language in Sri Lanka. After these details were revealed, Trump and Musk were quick to shut down the USAID. Trump has now announced that he will give back money to Americans based on all the wastage that DOGE reports.
They're curbing inflation and saving taxpayers billions and billions of dollars every single day. And there's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt.
But beyond housekeeping, Trump has also taken bold steps in his foreign policy. During the election season, Trump promised to end the Russia-Ukraine war on day one of taking office. Though he has overshot that timeline, he is closer than ever to delivering on that promise. Unlike his predecessor, Joe Biden, Trump has engaged with Russia and is willing to meet President Vladimir Putin. Trump has had at least 2 phone calls with Putin, and the 2 leaders have agreed to end the war swiftly, even if it means Ukraine ceding territory to Russia. Unlike Biden, Trump has decided to move without Kiev's inputs, which has hurt ties with Ukraine and its president, Volodymyr Zelensky. Trump has also accused Zelensky of being a dictator and a modestly successful comedian that wants the United States to fund his war that Ukraine could have ended 3 years ago.
Zelensky talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into a war that basically couldn't be won, that never had to start and never would have started if I was president, not even a chance. And it didn't start for 4 years, never would have started. I love Ukraine, but Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered, and millions of people have unnecessarily died. And you can't bring a war to an end if you don't talk to both sides. You got to talk.
Along with Ukraine, Trump also promised to end the war in West Asia, but his plans for Gaza haven't been received with open arms. Trump's first foreign guest after being re-elected to the White House was Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Naturally, Gaza, Hamas and Iran were heavily discussed. Trump threatened Hamas and Iran with total destruction and said the United States should own and run Gaza and turn it into the Riviera of the Middle East.
Take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
Hamas, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, and many other nations have refused Trump's proposal. However, the US president says he is committed to owning Gaza. Meanwhile, Hamas too is towing the line and have agreed to release all the hostages after Trump's threats. Apart from the 2 wars, Trump has signed orders signaling the United States' exit from the WHO and several United Nations bodies. He has also repeatedly said that he will buy Greenland from Denmark and take back the Panama Canal. It has only been a month, and Trump has already sent shockwaves across the world. As global leaders line up to meet the US president, Trump's America looks nothing like it was just 4 weeks ago.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogan, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month we have viewers up to 150 million, that's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.